Hey there, and welcome to today's episode. I want to share with you today how I manifest money with the moon. And before we get started, I just want to kind of talk a bit about money because it's so funny. It's like, talking about money in a spiritual business is kind of like a big, I don't know, like it's such a taboo topic, right? Because some people feel like money isn't spiritual, like wanting to make money doesn't come from a spiritual place. And this is why you'll often see like yoga teachers or meditation teachers or other spiritual business boss babes who offer their services for free because they feel like it's so unspiritual to want to make money. But the truth is we can't survive off donations. We can't survive off thin air. In our modern society, we need a source of income so that we can eat, so that we can have a shelter, have a home, so that we can have clothing, so that we can have those basic necessities of life and then more. So yeah, firstly, I just want to say that if that's you, if you're kind of stuck in that place of wanting to be more spiritual, but also wanting money, but then kind of feeling like, oh no, it's not spiritual to want money. Like, I want you to really understand that money is just a form of energy, and there is nothing unspiritual about wanting to make money. So yes, you can combine the two. So with that aside, let's dive into how we can work with the moon cycle to bring more money into your life. So as you're probably aware, the moon cycle pretty much goes through 4 major phases. We start the moon cycle at the new moon, and then as she grows bigger in our sky, she reaches the first quarter moon. And then we get to the full moon. And then as the moon starts to make her way back down to the new moon phase, we reach that last quarter moon. And so working with, I guess, these 4 distinct phases, you can maximize how you're working with money, what you're doing to actually bring money into your life. So here's what I do. At the new moon, as you probably know, it's a time for new beginnings, setting intentions and setting goals. So what I do at the new moon is I set my intentions and my goals for how much money I want to bring into my life for the moon cycle ahead. And I tend to kind of like justify it, or I don't know, I kind of plan it out. I try to be realistic, because I know way back in the beginning, I was just like, pulling numbers out of my head. And then of course, I wasn't manifesting it. So try to be somewhat realistic when setting these goals and intentions, but at the same time, be like optimistic. Like, you are allowed to dream big, but at the same time, like keep it into your current scale. So for example, if you're running your own business and currently you're making like, I don't know, $1,000 a month, don't set your intention that, oh, I'm going to make $10,000 this month, because that's a huge jump from going from $1,000 a month to $10,000 a month, right? So take it in baby steps. Look at where you are now and aim to increase it a bit. And then you keep increasing it and you keep increasing it, incremental upgrades, right? So start off with that new moon, setting those goals, setting those intentions, how much money you want to bring into your life. Then about a week after that new moon energy, you'll find that the moon's energy starts to grow as well. And so we kind of shift from that space of dreaming and planning and setting those intentions, and we feel a bit more energized to take aligned action. So this is the time at that first quarter moon when you need to be taking action towards actually bringing that money into your reality. So you look at your goal for this moon cycle and you figure out, okay, how am I actually going to make this? And then you take aligned action. So for example, let's say your goal for the month is like, okay, let's say $1,000. We'll keep it nice and round and easy. And you sell readings. Maybe you do tarot readings and you charge $100 per reading. Okay? So you only need to get 10 readings for that month to meet that income goal. So how can you take aligned action to get 10 readings booked in? So maybe you could do a post on social media. Maybe you could send out a newsletter. Maybe you could tell some people about it. Tell some friends. Tell some co-workers. Tell your family members. Or whatever else feels good to you. Let the universe guide you to what action you need to take. And take that inspired action. Like, actually take action. Don't just think, oh yeah, I could do that. Actually do it. Because that is where the magic lies. When you actually step out of your comfort zone and you take that action, even if it feels scary, even if you don't feel confident, just do it. Because if you don't do it, nothing is going to happen. Once you take that action, then it's kind of like you're working with the universe and you're saying, come on universe, I'm really serious about this. I want to manifest this. I'm taking this action. Now send it to me. So you take that action during that first quarter moon period. And then at the full moon is a time of celebration and harvest. Because what happens at the full moon is that often our intentions will manifest. Now that's not saying that those intentions and goals that you set 2 weeks ago are going to manifest straight away. Okay, often what I find happens is that you'll set intentions, say in the new moon of Aries, and those intentions won't necessarily manifest until the full moon in Aries, which is like 6 months later. So we're working with those pairs. We want that new moon in one sign and then that full moon in the same sign, which happens about 6 months later. So yes, something will manifest in your life at that full moon, but it may not be what you're currently working on for this little moon cycle, those intentions that you just recently set. So keep that in mind, but make sure that whatever comes into your life, that full moon, you celebrate it. You show gratitude to the universe, because when you show gratitude and when you're thankful for what you have, the universe is like, oh, great, she likes that. I'm going to send her some more. So really take that time to say, wow, thank you so much, universe. So if you are manifesting money, maybe have a look at how much money you've already received over these past 2 weeks. Like, look at your bank account. Where has all this money come from? Who gave it to you? Send out gratitude. Like, you don't need to pick up the phone and say, oh, thank you. But, like, send it out to the universe. Be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for sending me this money. Or whatever feels good for you. So, yeah, the full moon is that time for celebration and gratitude. And, of course, receiving. And then we move into that waning moon period. And so a week after the full moon, we come into that last quarter moon. And the last quarter moon is that time for reviewing, reflecting, and releasing. And so what this means in terms of like manifesting money is that maybe you need to look at what's going on in your life that's stopping you from manifesting your money. Like, what blocks are in your way? Or are you spending too much money? Or whatever it is, have a look at your life, review, reflect, like check out your money situation. Like, why are you not bringing in money? Like, why do you feel like you need to manifest more money? So have a look and you'll be able to figure out what needs to be adjusted for the moon cycle ahead. So yeah, that last quarter moon phase is super important because it gives you a chance to go back and to review what's working, what's not working, what needs to change. And so you keep flowing with this cycle. You keep moving it through, I guess, those 4 basic steps each moon cycle. So coming again to that new moon cycle, you set new intentions, new goals. Then that first quarter moon, take that aligned action. And then you celebrate and show gratitude at the full moon. And then that last quarter moon is that time for reviewing, making adjustments, reflecting. So I hope that was helpful. I really hope that you can use that method to manifest maybe money or whatever else you want to manifest in your life. This method works on all sorts of things. So give it a try, and I'd love to know how you go. Feel free to send me a message on Instagram at herbal.moon.goddess. And yeah, I'd love to hear how you go. So if you would like to know more about working with the moon and manifesting with the moon and all of that, check out the Moonology course now available at the Herbal Moon Goddess Academy. In the Moonology course, we're covering how to work with all of the 9 moon phases, plus what the moon means through each of the 12 zodiac signs, and we discover your own personal moon sign and the phase that you were born under, plus so much more, including practical ways to work with the moon. So thank you so much for joining me for today's episode, and I hope to see you at the next one. Bye for now. Stay magical.